gonna change the way I strut my stuff. I'm gonna be a new man. I'm not gonna beg, I'm not gonna plead. I'm just gonna give her something she needs. I'll make her homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up and make the homemade ice cream. Berries on top, and I'm gonna make her mine tonight. The world is changing and there's no way out. We're spinning out of control, turning in the widening gyre. The center cannot hold, which is why, do or die, there's only one thing left for me to try, and that's homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up and make the homemade ice cream. Berries on top, and I'm gonna make her mine with my homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up and make the homemade ice cream. Berries on top, and I'm gonna make her mine tonight. Welcome to your life, I trust you will be opportunities and endless possibilities around you. Visions of a world that once was beautiful, but now has failed to meet up to our expectations. We are only prisoners in time. She called me up in the middle of the day. She had to turn me down. At first I wanted just to throw it all away, but then I turned it around. I took out the milk, grabbed some ice. Nobody else can tell you what to do with your life. You gotta meet the world face to face. I'm gonna make this a better place with my homemade ice cream. Ice, milk, and sugar, and you shake it all up and make the homemade ice cream. Berries on top, and I'll have a good time with my homemade ice cream.
Now we basically just want to crush
Ice, milk, and
ice
sugar,
up,
and
okay?
you shake it all up and make the homemade ice cream. Berries on top, and I'll have a good time with my homemade ice cream.
Okay, so let's just shake this up for about
Ice,
5
milk, and
minutes.
sugar, and you
Actually,
shake
pretty
it
good
all
exercise.
up and make the homemade ice cream.
Now we can put whatever toppings on there that we have
Berries on
handy. I've got
top,
some
and I'm
almonds.
gonna have a good time. Homemade ice cream.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing 1, 2, 3.
This is Saturday night in Los Angeles, and in a moment or two, we're going to fill the airwaves with some very strange
So we want about
and
1 cup of
interesting
juice, so
sounds.
we're literally just gonna squeeze our Lamotos. So we want about 1 cup of juice, so we're literally just gonna squeeze.
My name is Tanner. 850.
Once he dropped the ring, you could really feel the water coming. It was so groovy, you can't believe how groovy it was. It wasn't just water being
Looks in your noses and right here in the captivity for communist soldiers who betray your culture. Many women have let America go down the drain.
Guess that's just the way it smells.
So now, in your imagination, what is about to happen is real. Henry, I had to look at the picture of blood out of the blood. But give me a call back. That was a good luck to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, Henry Phillips. You know, I was really nice to you. And you're a prick. You're a rude little prick. You you act like you dropped off my deal like the Russians were in Santa Monica. You're an asshole. You ain't going no place in this business.
Only you can hear and see behind the eyes of the sleepers the moods and countries and mazes and colors and dismays.
Juveniles had no point to make whatsoever in their demonstration other than that they didn't want to obey the law. I don't care
One about one cup of gin, so we're literally just squeezed.
problem with these young people. Fellow Californians, this is Ronald Reagan.
Start, it's just going to be like one fucking mess after another. Pissed off people that can't afford tickets for a holiday.
They allow their children to. They wouldn't run around naked, but they allow their children to. Say, husband, we can have what the Joneses have. And so the husband has to work 18 hours out of 24 in order to get what the Joneses have.
And wishes and flight and fall and despairs and big seas of their dreams.
I've never been a social guy. I'm always making children cry. I guess that's just the way it's meant to be.
That's the story.
Oh, hello. Testing. 1, 2. Can you hear me? Check. Checking the mic. 1, 2. 2. Help. Help. Levels are low. Fuck. Something's different about this mic and it's pissing me off. Check. Okay, Crestfall says it sounds good. Dark Ages says, we saw it all. We saw everything. Yeah. I had it on auto switch, and I was in the middle of a private moment where I was adjusting something that was happening with my nasal cavity there. And I guess it flipped over during a private moment, and I apologize about that. Okay, Jackie Faye says it's sounding great. Thank you very much, Jackie Faye, and thanks everybody. And we're going to try to keep those mishaps from happening. I have a little too much headroom. Now that's too little headroom. Fuck. I think I just... Sorry. I think I just have a very flat head, top of the head. What's happening here? Sorry. It's just an unusual... I'm going to leave it the way it was. Parasitosa says we need max headroom. Yeah, max headroom is good, but I don't want to have too much headroom. Okay, Maui Girl says Happy Mother's Day. Thank you very much, Maui Girl, and Happy Mother's Day right back to you. Penile Waits chimes in and says, Hi, Henry. I hope you're doing well today. Yesterday I was drunk driving after being rejected again and ran full speed into the side rail. Anyways, can't see what you cook up today. Well, thank you very much, Penile Waits. I want to tell everybody out there, please don't drive while you're inebriated. I know funny things do happen, like driving into a side rail, but you could also hurt other people as well as yourself. But I'm glad it worked out for you. Okay, we have a couple of orders of business. Let me go through the situation here. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pull up the Stream Elements dashboard so we can see the alerts. Here we go. JB's Tech, our old friend JB's Tech, has resubscribed at the tier 3 level. Amazing. And it says, good morning, Henry, and thank you. JB's Tech, has there been any progress on your MMA fight that you're having up in, I think, Northern California? Please let us know. And I was going to say, please stop in Southern California for a drink down here sometime if you want to grab a beer. I just can't figure out if you should do it before your fight or after the fight. There's really advantages and disadvantages to both. But thank you very much for your Tier 3 subscription. And please let us know what's going on with that. I don't know how many of our users are actually participating in MMA fights. So it's a very unique experience. Today we're going to be doing some very dangerous stuff. We're going to be going through The Mueller Pro Series multi-chopper slicer. This was a gift that was given to me by the users, and just reading a little bit about it on here on Amazon. The new Mueller Pro Series multi-slicer MC780 got a non-slip gripping technology, so you can get some of that friction happening there, plus stainless steel premium blades. Going to deliver some real precise sharpness for your high performance dicing. And just, you know, don't let the sleek design of this thing fool you. This is a badass. This is the most badass thing in your fucking kitchen. This is not for the amateurs. It's professional, pro series. Not prosumer, not consumer. This is not your grandma's slicer. This isn't, hey, everybody's going to get together with 3 different generations of grandma and Mother's Day kind of bullshit and let's make pasta. This is the real fucking deal. Okay? So I'm going to be going through how you do this, and you're going to want some type of protective glove for this. I'm going to be using both of gloves today because I do not want to cut myself. Just pulling the thing out of the box, I pricked my finger several times. Crestfall says a lot of hype here. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of product. Parasitosis says no glove, no love. You're absolutely right. Insufficiently Right says you don't want family or friends to interfere. Yeah, you want to get everybody else out of the kitchen. This is between you and your destiny. Game Master Flash says my grandma's slicer has a crank on it and no safety guards. I still have it. It's how she wanted to go. You know, some grandmas are monsters in the kitchen, but some of them are little wussies. So everybody's different, I guess. Saguaro Ooh says, oh shit, we're not messing around. Yeah, we're not messing around today. This is Mother's Day, and I get that, but that's not what we're doing. Dojer10 says, maybe you should put on the chainmail glove for extra safety. Yeah, I might. I'm not sure exactly where it is. It's starting to rust a little bit. I don't know what... computer, volume 10. Computer, what did the... what would you say? Computer, what did the knights of the medieval times do when their chainmail started to rust?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
You can't help me with anything. Franz Schubert says, messing around in the kitchen can lead to dismemberment. Best to keep things serious. Yeah. Sorry, I'm having a little runny nose situation. Freakomatic says, hey Henry, are you familiar with the slap chop kitchen tool? No, I haven't heard of that. Sounds good. Sounds up my alley. And It's Kate says, I think they had WD-40 in medieval England. Okay, is that the form you fill out to do your taxes when you get a job? Parasitosis says duck fat. Oh, is that what they did? Pancake King says, Henry, you need a squire. I do. Oh, I was going to say something smells, and I forgot that we have a temporary guest here at Henry's Kitchen. The chat affectionately named her Brisket. I thought it was a him for a while, but I guess that somebody in the chat pointed out that there are nipples. This is Brisket. Brisket's a little bit tuckered out. Here, I'm going to walk through. That's the only time she ever gets up. Apparently she has a thing for Argyle socks. Guitar Joe says, I'm good at finding nipples usually. Yeah, but you know what? I have a hard time finding it depending on what the person's wearing. Saguaro Ooh says, has she moved since the last stream? A little bit, yeah. She was underneath the desk before, but now she's in the cage. The crate, I guess. She's really incredibly well trained. At night she goes to bed in her little crate and stays there until the morning time. Doesn't bark or anything. Pretty damn good dog. It's Kate X says brisket brought to you by Camera for OBS Studio. Yeah, we want to thank the folks at OBS Camera Studio that we can't afford to pay a subscription to, but they are a sponsor of brisket. You could play that Sarah McLachlan music right now, and it would actually be like one of those infomercials. Okay, well, let's see what we got in terms of pictures today. We've got a lot of good ones. Dazzlecat just took a trip to one of my all-time favorite places. This is Sequoia National Forest in California. It's about 3 hours north of where I live. And the trees there are just incredibly large. But Dazzlecat was lamenting the fact that she didn't... You got to put a human in the picture so that you can have some perspective. And I did... uh-oh. Hold on. I'm getting an almost sneeze. Maybe I'm allergic to brisket. That would really suck. Anyway, let's I have some pictures from when I went there, so we're gonna get those pictures because they're gonna show you a little bit more context. This one, similar to Dazzlecat, I kind of did the opposite. I didn't have... This is me in front of General Sherman, which is literally the largest tree in the world, but you can only see kind of some of the trees of it, or the leaves of it in the background. You can't really see the whole General Sherman tree, so that wasn't a very good picture for perspective, but there is another one here. Here we go. See? Now this is what we needed to do. This shows a person. That's what General Sherman is. Can you believe that? That person is like an ant. Dark Ages says, is General Sherman the small child down there? No. No, General Sherman is the tree. Nancy Drudel says that's a child. Okay, everybody, we know it's a child, but the thing is that the whole thing that we're supposed to be looking at here is the tree. It's Kate X says, I think we need another person in the image so we can tell how big that person is. Well, any person, though. I mean, the person, unless that person is 9 inches tall, it's a fascinating thing. You should be really fascinated by this. Saguaro Oo says, wow, I didn't know ant people lived there too. It's not ant people. Hammy X Ham says, how do we know that's not just Peter Jackson trick photography? Wow, this is a very cynical time. This is an amazing picture. Lacey T says, how did a child become a general? What? Roach Swallower says, I mean, it's a child. They might be 9 inches tall. Oh my God. Nancy Drudel says it looks like an old-timey child. Well, I agree with that, but anyway, we have a lot of... The internet has made everybody very, very cynical. I will admit that I am not in front of General Sherman right now. This is green screen technology. But I would be giant if this was the actual perspective. Lacey T says, maybe it's a ghost, and a ghost can be any size. Yeah, but then that gets into the supernatural. Dark Ages says, I'd love to go to that forest to take photos of that kid one day next to the medium tree. No, it's not the kid that's interesting here. It's the tree, which is insanely large. Okay, Franz Schubert says, maybe this whole stream is AI and Henry is relaxing on a beach in Florida. I don't have any way to disprove that, which is the unfortunate thing about conspiracy theories. I don't have anything that I can do because you can't prove a negative, or it's difficult to anyway. You just go by what's likely and what's not. Okay, let's go through some other pictures here. We've got Lino Bunfy on the Discord is a luthier, a lute maker, or just graduating from lute making school, which is a fancy term for a guitar maker. And here's some benches of working on guitars. This is incredible. I'm fascinated by guitar making. I'm not sure if you're here with us on the stream, but I have lots of questions. Guitar Joe says, that's friggin' awesome. This is my dream. It'd be really cool if Guitar Joe could go visit you there. I think you're in Arizona, you might have said. But yeah, what I'm fascinated by is how you can make something that looks like a guitar, but it's also got to be playable, and it's got to be able to be played well by a good player. And that's a whole other task. Game Master Flash says, Lisi will tell you that one of my catchphrases is, I'm Flash and I'm tall. I don't need Lisi to tell me. I believe you that that's one of your catchphrases. Dodger 10 says, maybe you should put on the chainmail glove. Oh yeah, we talked about that. Boy, I am really getting some allergies here, and it's pissing me off. I'm sorry about that. Parasitosis says, they played us like a damn fiddle. They sure did. We all went along with it. Okay, let's go on. Thank you very much to Lino Bunfy for sending us that picture of your graduation as a luthier. Parasitosis sends us this picture, open-eyed. This is very cool. I like it. It's a pyramid and a guy with eyeballs. Very sorry about this. Jackie Faye says, same, Henry. I'm all stuffed up myself. I guess 'tis the season. Computer, is this the season where allergies happen?
I don't have an answer for that.
What? Computer, what would you say are some of the things that you can answer questions about, other than Amazon selling some product?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I guess there's nothing. Okay. Beanie Bobini says, PG stream today, Henry. We have the littlest fan here. We really do? The littlest fan? Okay. Thanks, Parasitosis. Let's see. We're going to have to land on a picture here for our background. Dark Ages gives us this great one of the Rocky Mountains. Let's use this. This is a beautiful, beautiful picture. Should we do just a little bit of John Denver since we're in Colorado? Let's put on the reverb. Check. Do I have reverb now on my voice? You can't do this song if it doesn't have reverb. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, computer is just like having a friend that can't hear well and doesn't know much. Yeah, it's really the same kind of thing. Okay, we do have reverb. I'm just going to do a little bit of Almost Heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. I picked a very high key for that, but we did it with falsetto. Thanks, Dark Ages. That one inspired me to do a little singing. Beautiful, absolutely incredible picture. We'll be bringing that one back. Thanks for that. And what else do we got? Pug Lady sends a picture that's pretty damn cool. Apparently Pug Man just took a trip to Singapore. Wow, look at that. I have never been to Singapore. I've only heard about it. I've seen comments on the Jose Suicidio YouTube videos that says that Jose Suicidio Singapore. I always thought he sang pretty good. Angry Penguin 922 says, you sing for the poor? Good man, Henry. Somni 4i says, I just sing poor. Nancy Drudel says, HenCon 27 Singapore. Devriend Vankas says, you're kind of in Singapore yourself. Sing and pour. You're absolutely right. And I have a problem. Game Master Flash says, perfect joke for Chico Marx. Yeah, maybe, what's he doing right now? Maybe we could pitch it to him. Boy, I am sorry about this. Let's hope that this coffee cures my allergies somehow. I don't think that's a thing. Computer, does coffee cure allergies?
Sorry, coffee doesn't cure allergies. Allergies require specific treatments from healthcare providers. It's best to consult a professional for proper diagnosis and management of allergy symptoms.
Computer, so you're saying that coffee might cure allergies?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Okay, so it's a maybe. All right, well, let's see what songs we've got here to work with. Here, why don't we do this one that was requested to us by none other than Nancy Drudels. What the fuck? Guitar Joe just donated $19.95. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Guitar Joe. And there's a message here. It says, please get this to Jose when he has enough wherewithal to open the door. I figured he'd get a bigger percentage if I paid for the album this way, and don't forget to take your cut. Thank you very much, Guitar Joe. That's very kind of you to tip Jose Suicidio like that. That's very generous, and I promise that's going to go to something. Maybe it'll be a copay on the antidepressants that keep getting recommended to Jose. Also, I want to thank Bradford Bartos, whom I hung out with a couple of times now, once in St. Louis and once in Lexington, Kentucky. Thanks for your subscription, Bradford. Good having a beer with you at the Blue Strawberry a couple months ago. That was a fun time. And Freakomatic says, hi, Henry. Are you excited for the World Cup in America? What city is it in? Because I don't think I can do it. What the fuck? Saguaro Ooh just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Saguaro Ooh. That's very kind of you. And I really want to make my way to the American Southwest. I think Pug Lady asked when I was coming to Arizona. I hope I do. I just got to get off my ass and try to find a venue. There's a couple of venues that I really like. I also want to mention, before I forget, Friday the 15th at noon Pacific, we're going to do an extra bonus stream here, and it's going to be a listening party for the new album by Jose Suicidio, where we listen down, and we'll do it right here on Twitch, but it's going to be through the Bandcamp interface, so you'll be chatting here and on Bandcamp, and I will be answering questions about the making of it, or any questions that you have about any part of it. It's Kate X says, keep an eye out on the Discord on how to join. Yeah, and there is a link somewhere of how to get of the actual Bandcamp situation too. So yeah, just look out for all that. Beanie Bo Beanie says, I'm bringing 7 beans dip. It's just 7 different singular beans. Okay, well that's cool. Pancake King says, will Jose give us some deep lore? Well, I'll be giving lore on the behalf of Pancake King. Okay, but yeah, put it in your calendars. Friday at noon Pacific, we're going to be doing a listening party. That's the 15th, by the way. Is that this Friday? Or that's the following Friday, I think. Or no, I think that's this Friday. Parasitosis says, why does America need the World Cup when we have the World Series? Yeah, and I think a World Series, they're using that word world loosely, right? I mean, Canada, right? And that's really the only other one. Maybe I'm not really big on baseball, so I don't really know. I love baseball, but I'm not well versed in it. Game Master Flash says all bean dips, no chips. Yep, you got that right. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, are music theory questions verboten? It depends on what verboten means. Computer, what does verboten mean?
As an adjective, remote is usually defined as far apart, far distant in space, situated at some distance away. As a noun, remote is usually defined as a broadcast, usually live, from a location outside a studio.
A broadcast, a live broadcast. Computer, stop. A live broadcast. Come on. Okay, Boner of a Lonely Fart, you can absolutely ask music theory questions. I love answering them. I think you gave me one on the Patreon and I answered it. Hopefully I answered it sufficiently, and if not, please reach out. Everybody, feel free to join the Patreon there. We have a new video every month. I Slap Cat Butts says, I have to work on Friday. Damn. Is that good or bad? Maybe you can watch from work. Guitar Joe says, Henry, my singer thinks you're a genius and that you could pump out these bangers in 15 minutes if you tried. Well, that's very nice. Thank you very much. I want to hear some of your music. Beanie Bo Beanie says, I am literally right here. Is that your singer? Parasitosis says, just need to listen to the stream. Yeah, that's pretty much where we ended up with that. Okay, here we go. Oh, for I Slap Cat Butts, who's going to be at work. Let's go ahead and do a song here that Nancy Droodles wanted to hear. This song, I don't know what to say about this song other than that it was a huge song in like 1981 or something. And it was a cover song, which I didn't know until recently. You can go to YouTube and find the original version. It's sort of a country western song. But that's sort of the magic of what a producer does in music. They turn it into kind of a mysterious, interesting sort of a chord progression, and had Kim Carnes sing it. She's a great singer. She has her own sort of inflection that I'm going to try to imitate with this song. It's called Betty Davis Eyes, and it inspired a lot of parodies. Jimmy Durante Nose, Marty Feldman Eyes. There were a lot of good ones. But let's go ahead and do this. Her hair is Harlow gold. Her lips are sweet surprise. Her hands are never cold. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll turn the music on you. You won't have to think twice. She's pure as New York snow. New York snow is not pure, by the way. It's got piss in it. But maybe that's kind of the joke they were making. She's got Betty Davis eyes, and she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious, and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. Pro blush, precocious, that's a little bit of a sus rhyme, but we'll take it. She got Greta Garbo's thighs. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll let you take her home. You whet your appetite. She'll lay you you on her throne. That's a toilet, I think. She got Betty Davis eyes. She'll take a tumble on you, roll you like you were dice until you come up blue. She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll expose you when she snows you off your feet with the crumbs she throws you. She's ferocious and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. All the boys think she's a spy 'cause she's got Betty Davis eyes. Betty Davis eyes. And she'll tease you, she'll unease you, all the better just to please you. She's precocious and she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. She'll cut you. Wait, what? She's got Betty Davis eyes. She'll tease you on the throne, Maui Girl says. And she'll tease you. Wait, I'll try to do the parody. And he picks it, and he flicks it, and he knows just where to stick it. Everyone thinks it's a hose, it's a Jimmy Durante nose. I thought that was the funniest thing ever when I heard that as a kid. And she'll tease you, she'll unease you. You'll wake up in a bathtub full of ice with no kidneys. That's a little too much, I'd say. She'll expose you when she knows just what it takes to make a pro blush. Everyone thinks it's her thighs, but they're Betty Davis eyes. Royal Flush 9 says she's got bills to pay. Yes, she does. Game Master Flash, I only have one kidney left after last time. Yeah, but if you had a good time, I'd say that's a small price to pay when you're in Las Vegas. Thanks, Saguaro. Ooh, thanks very much. That was fun. Thanks, Nancy Driddles, for requesting that trip down memory lane. Saguaro sends us this picture of an oven. This is an old oven. Whoa, wait, hold on a second. It looks like we got another alert that just came down the pike. Wow, Boner of a Lonely Fart just tipped $20. Thank you so much, Boner. And it says, thanks for answering my question. It was super helpful and more informative than I expected. There's a reason you're on genius.com. Thank you very much, Boner of a Lonely Fart. And everybody join us for the Q&A listening party that we're going to have on the 15th at noon Pacific right here on Twitch and on Bandcamp. I think you can join on either one. Just one of them is going to be only chat. And we're going to have a nice time. So there'll be more of that, Boner of a Lonely Fart. So please, if you ask any musician about music theory, they love to answer it because they feel like they're using some of the knowledge that they spent a lot of time trying to learn. So Saguaro sends us this picture. Apparently this house was built by her grandfather, and this is a oven from the 1940s. This looks dangerous as fuck, and the reason I say that is it looks a lot like the kitchen that I used in my bachelor apartment when I started making Henry's Kitchen. It looks like the same oven. It's amazing. Meatball says, who declared Suzanne Summers the Thigh Master? I don't know. I don't know why it couldn't have been any one of us. Angry Penguin 22 says, that looks like your old oven. Yeah, it really does. What the fuck? Game Master Flash just tipped $20. That's amazing. Thanks, Game Master Flash. Very kind of you. And it says, this in case you mess your hands up on the slicer and can't cook, you can at least get a pizza if your hands still work, or a smoothie if not. Yeah, thanks very much, Game Master Flash. That's very kind of you. I'm very appreciative of that, and I might very well need to eat a pizza today because we're basically going to slice an onion, and I have some tortilla chips to put the onion on, but it's not going to be a proper meal. So thank you very much for that, Game Master Flash, and thanks for everybody. You're a very kind community here, and you help us keep the lights on here at Henry's Kitchen. That electric bill is getting more and more expensive, by the way. So it might not be the lights all the time. Sometimes it might be just dark and just down to me and computer. Computer, do you still operate if the electricity doesn't work?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, I guess I wouldn't know the difference anyway. Computer, what time is it?
It's 12:37 p.m.
Okay, great. Well, you do have the basics down. You are able to answer questions that we were able to answer 100 years ago with a simple clock or watch. Angry Penguin says, what are some things I can do in my kitchen to make it safer? I'm terrified to even set foot in there sometimes. Well, gloves are good. If you have chainmail, that's better. Wear a welding helmet. That's what I use when I'm cutting onions to protect my face. But also, like we saw when I was opening the seal on the Instant Pot, there was a lot of scary stuff going on there. And so that welding helmet is going to make you feel a little bit more secure about not scarring your face with hot water or whatever. And also, don't use any sharp objects if you can avoid it. Sometimes you have to. P7 says, and you can use it for welding. You can. I don't think it's as good for welding. Meatball says, steam will mess your shit up real quick. Yeah, I guess it will. Yeah. And by shit, you probably mean hot dogs. And by mess up, you mean make them really delicious. Okay, let's go ahead and do another song here, shall we? Thanks, Saguaro Ooh. This really does remind me of my old bachelor apartment there with that oven. It was one of those ovens that wealthy people would actually buy it because it became an antique. But it's one of the many things that other people thought were an antique, and I just had it because I couldn't afford anything newer. But it does look dangerous, though, so be careful with that. And Maui Girl sends us a beautiful picture here. Now, you said something about haiku. Is there a place called haiku? Because I only know that as being a poem. Computer, is there a place called haiku?
From trifogo.com. Haiku is an unincorporated community in Maui County on the island of Maui in the state of Hawaii.
It's spelled the same as haiku, the poem. Wow. Well, this is a beautiful, beautiful backdrop. Maybe we should use this. Let's do this. We have a song that was requested to us by one of our users named Isla P. Catbutts, and they wanted to hear this song by Nirvana. Guitar Joe says, I just found my long-lost knife sharpener system and I've fixed it up to use again. Am I cursed? You might be. Capacious T says, my old apartment in New York, that same kind of oven was in there, except it was this really nasty green color and leaked gas. So the landlord told me, just open the windows. The gas is heavy. He says it stays on the ground. Yeah, your landlord's right. If you do see green stuff growing on your oven, as any New York landlord will tell you, it's completely non-toxic. Just open the windows and, let a little bit of that nice New York humidity in while you're at it. Okay. Maui Girl says, was your landlord named Thomas? It sounds like maybe you guys have the same landlord. Everyone Type Forson says that could just be avocado. That could be. Yeah, it depends on what you were cooking. If you were making guacamole, that could have been avocado remnants. All right, so this song is called About a Girl. It's not about a girl. I don't want anybody to think this song is about a girl. It's just called About a Girl. And it's by the great Nirvana. I mean, Nirvana was so good. They played songs that, honestly, this song to me sounds like it could have been a Beatles song. The great Lennon McCartney. Paul McCartney. Computer, who is Paul McCartney?
Sir James Paul McCartney is an English musician.
Yeah.
He gained fame with the Beatles,
That's
for
right.
whom he was the bassist and keyboardist,
Okay.
and shared primary songwriting and
Okay.
lead vocal duties with John Lennon. McCartney is known for
Computer,
his
stop. Boner of a Lonely Fart just donated $5. Unbelievable. Thank you, Boner. And it says this is for a beverage to go with the pizza. Wow, thank you very much. I might get a tall root beer, or maybe if they have draft beer, I'll do something like that. Meatball says, what's the song about? I don't know what the song's about, but it's called About a Girl. But it really does sound like Lennon McCartney to me. It sounds like a Beatles song in terms of its simplicity and its catchiness. And when Kurt Cobain sadly took his own life, we lost a really great songwriter. And so let's pay a little bit of tribute to him right now with this ditty called About a Girl, but it's not about a girl. We're going to do this in a reasonable key. There's a video of this guy from the band Puddle of Mud singing a cover of this song, and it's tough to watch. Maybe we'll watch that after. I need an easy friend, I do, with ear to lend, I do. Think you fit this shoe, I do. Want you have a clue? I'll take advantage while, whoops, you hang me out to dry, but I can't see you every night free. Beanie Bo Beanie says Courtney did it. Okay, here we go. I gotta scroll. It always is a real problem. I'm standing in your line. I do hope you have the time. I do pick a number 2. I do keep a date with you. I'll take advantage while you hang me out to dry, but I can't see you every night free. I do. There's a little instrument. I need an easy friend, I do, with a ear to lend, I do. Think you fit this shoe, I do. Want you to have a clue. I'll take advantage while you hang me out to dry, but I can't see you every night. No, I can't see you every night free. Couple people laughing at the line about number 2. Where did he say that? I do pick a number 2. I do keep a date with you. Yeah, number 2, that means the date's not going well. It's going like poop, I guess is what he means. But I can't see you every night free. All right, we gotta find that video of the guy doing it. How do I do this? I think I have to go. Hold on, we'll get this. Yeah, the other guys in the band look like they're probably going to start laughing here. Pancake King's right. This is cathartic. It makes us all feel a little bit better. Maybe that's what the guy was trying to do. It shows how talented Kurt Cobain was. Singing is not easy. I'm no one to talk. I've got some bad ones out there too. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. How do you go to the comments? Oh, you can't see the comments? I thought you'd be able to look at the comments there, but I guess not. Anyway, maybe disabled. I wonder why the comments would be disabled. Let's see here. But yeah, no, I'm no one to talk. I've got some stuff that I've done on here that you guys have requested that's just as bad or worse. I just don't understand. I thought that there were comments. Maybe there's another video. Like, why would you leave the video on there if you didn't like the comments? Here. Here. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, the comments are there. It's just that I wasn't able to see them because it wasn't. Okay, sorry, everybody. I do this every now and then. I have difficulty. There are some pretty funny comments that we can look at. It's just that the thing wasn't wide enough or something like that. Hold on. New window. I'm really bad at a lot of this stuff. Okay, so we would go back to, yeah, this. And then you look at the comments here. The entire song he's trying to fight off a sneeze. That's good. The bongos and the close-ups make it funnier. I agree. The bassist is like, this is my life now. I always come back to this video when I'm depressed. Yes, 9/11, I'd like to report a murder. It can't be that bad. Sounds like someone passing a kidney stone. My boyfriend is in the band. You should let him play with you guys. Yeah. It sounds like the South Park guys making fun of Nirvana. This sounds like Kurt survived the bullet and kept on going. Okay, I think that we can probably leave it at that one there. That one's a little bit far. Okay. Nothing like some good YouTube stuff with some comments. We're having a little YouTube party here. Angry Penguin says we should watch Fergie performing the national anthem and all the NBA players. Oh my God, yeah, that was another bad one. There's been so many of them. Puddle of poop is what Toot says. Well, this was they were born out of an era where bad was good. You know, that's sort of what grunge was, kind of, except for that. Not really, because Nirvana actually was really good. So, didn't quite work. Okay, let's see what else we've got in terms of some background images here. Then we really got to get on with our cooking lesson. Pisces Baby gives us a beautiful background picture. I don't know where this is, but I imagine it's probably in wherever Pisces Baby lives. I gotta sneeze. Fit this shoe and knock up. That would be funny if that's how you sneeze. Toot says, even grunge, you had to be able to carry a note. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thanks, Pisces Baby, for this beautiful, beautiful background picture, as well as Isla P. Cat Butts sends us this nice picture. I'm not sure what this is a picture of, but it's beautiful. It's really nice. Do we have any insight into what we're looking at here? It's a great background picture. Beanie Bobini says this one is awesome. Back Rooms, says Waffles92. The Back Rooms. Oh, is that a video game? It's very cool. What is Backrooms about? That would be a fun one based on that image. It's Kate sends us this picture. Soup of the day. This must be a picture that It's Kate took at some local restaurant. The soup of the day is no soup. So I'm trying to think of how that works. What's the soup of the day? No soup. That's a boring soup of the day. They should have a more interesting soup of the day than no soup. Toot, someone should make a prequel called The Back Doors. Yeah, that's true. Prequel to The Back Rooms. And it could also be the sequel as well, because you have to go out the door. It's Kate X says, is no soup just water? Yeah, I think it is. Computer, what exactly is soup?
Soup is a liquid or semi-liquid dish made by cooking ingredients like vegetables, meat, or grains in water or broth.
Brains.
It's a
Well,
comforting,
hold on.
nutritious meal
Computer,
enjoyed worldwide.
can you go back 40 seconds? Computer, stop! It started playing Hit in the Head by a Brick. I literally do think that the computer said brains in your soup. Did you guys hear that? We're gonna have to check the DOD. Dendra Leon says computer can't remember. Wait, it's scrolling by too quick. Can't remember a fucking thing. Yeah. Computer got hit in the head by a brick and can't remember a fucking thing. Fire says computer experiences time differently. Soup is theorized. Okay, let's ask computer again. Soup is theorized to be the first item that restaurants have ever served. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, computer, what is soup?
According to the Wikipedia, soup is a primarily liquid food, generally served warm or hot, though it is sometimes served chilled, made by cooking or otherwise combining meat or vegetables with stock, milk, or water.
No mention of brains. I could swear that the first time we asked, it said, brains. Oh, Shandis says like grains. Oh, I feel stupid. I literally thought, yeah, Angry Penguin, I heard brains as well. Yeah, brains for sure that last time. I was like, what kind of sick shit is happening in the soup that computers are making out of our brains? Okay, It's Kate X says, yes, computer has the Jose album now. I want to make sure that everybody knows that the new album by Jose Suicidio, There's Something Wrong With Me, is available on all stream platforms because it's been asked before. Spotify combines Jose Suicidio, the old album and the new album. Apple Music unfortunately does not. I don't know how to get them to do it. It was very difficult for me to get in touch with anybody there, but so it's like there's two artists, and the reason is because of typo. It's always the stupid stuff that keeps me from being able to get things right, but I was doing the paperwork and I put the accent mark over the Jose because I thought that's what you're supposed to do, but apparently I didn't do that for the album that came out 14 years ago, or whatever that was, 12 years ago. So now it's just like two artists named Jose Suicidio. And you know what even pisses me off more? When you look at There's Something Wrong With Me, the album by Jose Suicidio, it says other artists that are similar to Jose Suicidio, and it's got a bunch of artists, but not one of them is the other Jose Suicidio. So you're telling me that having the exact same name doesn't make you one of the similar artists at the same voice, the same music? I don't know. I don't think, it's like Brian Wilson said, I wasn't made for these times. Okay, Pancake King says, who could even be similar? Yeah, I don't get it. Like you would think the computer would be flagged and say, hey, there's another guy whose name is also Jose Suicidio and he sounds the same. Maybe that's a similar artist. Malton33 brings up a good point and says, maybe Apple Music thinks the Joses are impersonating each other. That could be, because these computers think dumb things. Parasitosis says, companies are stupid. Yeah, inherently they are stupid. P7 says, Apple has their own computer working there. I've done some form of satire or something throughout my entire life, probably because I have some sort of early onset dementia, and I will say it's made it very difficult navigating through these new times where everything has to fit into some sort of a digital box. Okay, all right, let's get a couple more of these. Thanks, It's Kate, for sending this picture of what looks to be a lazy restaurant in your neighborhood. This is Noided Terra. Sends this picture. A little bit of an out of focus hot dog bun, and I can't tell what's in it, along with some ketchup and mustard. Boy, that looks like you're about to enjoy a very, very nice lunch there. Malton33 says that looks like a stick of butter. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, is it a stick of butter inside the hot dog bun? Wow, it's a little out of focus, so it's hard for me to see. But the butter made Kitty mad. Speaking of Kitty, how's our buddy here doing? Little stretch. We want to say that shots of brisket are brought to you by OBS Studio. Thank you, OBS Studio. Apparently, you don't have to pay for OBS Studio if they put their watermark on there, which is a fine deal for me. Although I thought I was paying for it. Capacious T says, man, that cat wants that so bad. Wait, there's a cat. Oh, there's a cat. I didn't even see the cat. What is wrong with my eyes? Wow, that cat is really, really jonesing for some hot dog with a stick of butter, I guess. There's a lot going on in this picture. Does anybody know what year Heinz tomato ketchup started making their labels upside down so that they would come out easier like that? That's really great. They should do it with peanut butter too. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. We're getting to the end of our pictures. This is Lynn, L-I-N. Oh, this is nice. What is that, like a little happy face in front of some sort of a structure? I like it. Thank you, Lynn, for sending this. Maui Girl says, my old roommate's cat ate an entire stick of butter we left on the counter. That's crazy. Usually cats are smarter than that. Computer, what's the worst thing that would happen if you had a stick of butter?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
It's so bad that she doesn't even want to talk about it. Fuzzer Upper says, who's that fifth president? The fifth president, Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison. It would be James Monroe. Meatball says peanut butter whiz. It's Kate X says, think of all the things you could do with a stick of butter. Yeah, well, you'd have a media circus, that's for sure. Pericetosis says, all those are those all children back there too? Oh, I see. This is, boy, I'm just sort of getting things a little late here. That's Mount Rushmore in the back. That's amazing. Oh, I see. So when you said fifth president, you were talking about this guy in the front is the fifth one. That's really cool. Angry Penguin says, is that white thing a UFO? Oh, no, that's just, that's a light that's in my kitchen, I think. Whoa. It seems to be some kind of skylight portal into the unknown. Dodger 10 says, Henry, I think you missed a gift sub from Beanie Bobini. What? Oh, I haven't checked in the alerts for a while. Let's check that out. We have a couple of these. Beanie Bobini, thank you so much. Beanie Bobini is our intern. Thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to P7. That's very kind of you, and welcome P7 to our community. Okay. Also, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit has gifted a tier 1 sub to Guitar Joe. Thank you, Purple Donut Filling His Fruit. That's very kind of you to submit that and to donate that sub to Guitar Joe. And welcome, Guitar Joe, to the subscription neighborhood. And the Cheerin' X has resubscribed at the tier 3 level. Thank you so much, the Cheerin' X, for being a Tier 3 subscriber for quite a long time. Okay, well, let's see what's going on now. I think this is the second to last picture, or what they call the penultimate. Let's see if there's one more picture. Yeah, Tavi the Great sends us this picture. Is this a... what is that? Is that a... it's not a squirrel. Tech Shabby just resubscribed for 3 months. Thanks, Tech Shabby. And I think we're looking at a beaver. Is that right? Or a groundhog? Weird looking dog, It's Kate says. Yeah, I think that's a beaver. Wow. Beavers are fascinating. If you get a chance, look up, just Google the word beaver. Parasitosis says, looks tasty. Yeah. Feed My Pet says, weird looking cat. I don't know that it's a cat. Oh, Capacious T says it is a groundhog. Someone says it's a wombat. Toot says it's a wombat. Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Nancy Drudel says. That's a... I can't remember what movie that's from, but it's one that I like a lot. Okay, everybody. Angry Penguin says, I Googled beaver. I don't see any beavers, though. Did I type it wrong? No, you should see them. All right, everybody. Parasitosis says, I'm getting too old for this shit. Maui Girl says, honey badger. Chuck Logan says, I just Googled female beaver at work. Now I'm fired. What are we cooking today? Great question, and I think we're done with the pictures for now. We're going to go into the cooking segment of our show here. So let's go ahead and do that. What do you think? Isn't that kind of exciting there?
Delicious.
What's his nuts? That's not what I wanted to do there. There we go. Brisket. And also, we just got a raid. Hey, Tontino Officiel. Sounds French. Tontino Officiel, thank you very much for your raid, and thanks for sharing the audience that you have with us. We're going to be doing a very informative stream today where we're going to be teaching people how to cut. It's based on this gift that I got from the users. It's called the Mueller Multi-Chopper Slicer Pro Series MC780 black piece of equipment. This thing's going to be amazing. It's very dangerous, though. So thanks again, Tontino. Tontino Officiel. Okay. Boner of a Lonely Fart says it's a great model. Yeah, I think we're in for some excitement today. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's go into the kitchen. My arm. I have a torn rotator cuff as well as a herniated C7 disc, along with several other psychological problems. Hootwitzer says extremely dangerous, which means it's good. Yeah. Let's get rid of the cropping here. And we're also going to play some more of Beelzeby's game today. That's the way we're going to end. So here we go. Without further ado, C7, you sank my battleship, says Nancy Drudels. You herniated my disc. Okay. So how do we get this a little bit more in the thing here? Okay. We're good there. All right, so this is just a tech check. Do you hear my voice? Is it a reasonable volume? And do you see a piece of chicken wing on the screen? Crestfalls says yes. Bayburn says help. Freakomatic says good night. Pug Lady says bingo. Roach Swallower says yes, yes, yes. Schneebs Plays says chicken wang, yes. Okay, it looks like we're getting a lot of affirmatives. So I think we're okay. So we're going to go ahead and go into our lesson here. So let's talk a little bit about this thing. I'm going to go to the Amazon page for it. This is the Pro Chopper by Mueller. The original Pro Chopper. Dishwasher safe. 5-star design. Built for comfort. Built for precision. It's a BPA free. Essentials features a soft grip. So it's got the soft grip. TPU handle and a non-skid rubber base. Yeah. Look at this. This is part of the design here. It's got this non-skid rubber base, so you can do some real sliding back and forth. That thing's not going anywhere. It might move your cutting board, but it's not going to move itself. And that's going to keep you safe in the kitchen. It's also got a built-in catch tray, prevents messes, keeps counters clean. Keeps the roaches away, making it a stress-free choice. We all know the amount of stress that goes along with trying to slice veggies. It's very difficult. But let's just put it this way. This thing is... It's got a very sleek design. It's got a nice name and everything. But I don't want any of that stuff to fool you. This is a badass piece of equipment that is going to work harder for you than any other piece of equipment in your whole fucking kitchen. It's not for fun. It's not prosumer or consumer or amateur or anything. This is a professional Pro Series 780. This is not your grandma's, you know, hey, let's all Mother's Day, let's have the grandma and the mom and the daughter and 3 different generations of a family, you know, bonding together by making, you know, cutting veggies for a lasagna or whatever the fuck. This is the real deal. This is like, we're talking, what's that guy's name? Gordon Ramsay type shit. And Pancake King says, I'm kind of turned on right now. Yeah, I mean, some people get turned on by this type of equipment. Parasitosis says bonding is for chumps. Yeah, so let's just open this sucker up and let's see what we've got to work with here. This part here, well, there's all kinds of parts. There's a brush. Wow, how many times do you get a toothbrush with your cooking appliance? That's amazing. Be careful with this stuff. This, I don't know what you would do with this. This looks like maybe it was supposed to be a slicer, but there's something off with the design. Like this might be a error at the manufacturing plant because this doesn't look right to me. I don't think this looks like a slicer to me. And then you've got this. This is our main piece of equipment. It's got water all over it because I rinsed it down, because when you open up any product that's made out of plastics, you want to wipe all of the carcinogens and the toxins off of there with a little bit of water. Okay. And now we're going to have to figure this out. Caution, sharp. Avoid touching blades with your fingers. So we're going to be using the gloves for this. BK69 says, I had one of those. Broke it the first time I used it because I didn't parboil the sweet potato to soften it before trying to make fries. Okay, that's a good tip, but we're just going to be doing onion here. But we're going to be using these for protection. Okay. What do we do? There's a locking. I see. So that locks it in. It's a little harder to navigate. How does this work? Does anybody know how to do this? I don't think I understand. Oh, I see. These parts come off. I don't understand. Okay. I think this thing's supposed to go on top of here. Guitar Joe says, I have a version that sends the vegetable. Okay. Let's get a knife. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of onion here. And we'll take off that outside area there. I don't know really what the fuck I'm doing here, so just bear with me a little bit. But we're going to get this. My God. Somebody wrap this thing on real tight there. Okay, so I don't know why this isn't just fitting on there a little bit better. Usually I can figure stuff like this out. I'm wondering if maybe this is part of a different unit because it doesn't fit on there. But whatever. We're going to just go ahead and find one of these things. This one's so sharp it's even got a plastic over there. Just don't use that. Don't even touch that. Let's use one of these things that's for onions, I guess. It's much more difficult to navigate. Okay, this part goes in here. Or maybe it's the other way. There we go. Okay. Still feel like, what does this do? There's a locking device here. All right, I didn't want to have to do this, but we're going to have to go to a video. Okay, so we're going to have to watch somebody do this professionally because I just don't really know how to do it. Mueller. So when you're Googling something to figure out how to do it, put in the exact same spelling. This is the Mueller Pro Series. Chopper slicer. Okay.
Pro Series chopper.
All right, let's pull up the video here.
Hey friends, Kevin here with this Mueller Pro Series chopper that I just bought. Get an idea of what it does. I was looking for something to be able to do things manually, but do them really quickly when I'm cooking, especially when dealing with onions. So let's get this thing out, see what we have to do to put it together, and then I'm going to try it with some real food. We're going to find out together how well this thing works. They certainly did not skip on the packaging, but the instructions, like I do with on one end of the container.
There must be an instruction booklet.
Put it down, put these together. So you're just going to, you will have this little lip on one end of the container. So you're just going to line these up, put it down, put these together. So pretty simple. So the big holder will be the.
I don't have the same thing that guy's got. Okay. There is an instruction booklet here. But theirs is the same color as that guy's is. Okay. Is there another part to this thing somewhere? This thing there's literally here it's got a different kind of base. It calls it stainless steel. Oh, MC780. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Did we get a part? Oh, maybe this comes off? I don't want to break anything. Okay, here we go. To connect the mandolin base to the chopper base, insert vertically I think it goes around that. But there's a way to take this off. But I don't want to break anything. Fuck. Okay. We're going to get this, guys. It might be a little bit more difficult than I was hoping it would be. The mandolin base, blade unlock, is down here. The chopping. Okay. Pusher lock, unlock. Quick shot of Brisket here, who has shifted positions. Okay, we're gonna get this. Sorry, I know a lot of people are watching, and it's a little uncomfortable for me. There's a chopper. This is the food container. We've got that, and we've got the chopper base, and apparently this top thing comes off. There's a pusher, blade unlock, and then a mandolin base. This thing comes off somehow, but I don't know how. And it doesn't really say. So you know what we're gonna do? Because I don't have time for this kind of shit. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna be very careful. I'm gonna put on, I don't want you guys doing this at home. I'm gonna put on some very, very heavy duty gloves to protect my fingers here. And I'm just gonna take our onion, in the interest of not having dead air on my show here, we're just gonna take the onion and start scraping it over the thing so that we can get a little something out of this. Oh my God, I've got holes in the fingers here, probably from doing this. Okay, I think that we did that. Let's see what we ended up with here. Okay, so this sliced up pretty good. We can remove the gloves now. Maui Girl says, when I worked at the Whole Foods in the charcuterie, a woman asked me to slice her potatoes on my meat slicer. She didn't want to deal with a mandolin. I guess I got a customer service award for helping her. Wow, that's great. I'm having an issue with my eyes right now because of the toxins in the onion. So I probably should have put on my Onyo helm. Always use some type of eye protection, whether it's safety goggles, glasses even, anything to cover your eyes. You don't have to go as extreme as this, but this is what I like to do. I'm just starting to tear up a little bit. And I know you guys have questions. I want to get to them, but right now I'm just going to take one of our tostada things here, and we're going to put a little bit of onion on there. Onion, of course, is one of the 3 ingredients that you have in pico de gallo, which is tomato, onion, and I think there's computer. What are the 3 things in pico de gallo?
Pico de gallo typically includes tomatoes, onions, and cilantro.
Yeah,
it's
cilantro.
a fresh, zesty mix that adds great flavor to many dishes. Enjoy experimenting with your own recipe.
Well, my own personal experiment is to try just the onions, and we'll see how that is. But honestly, this was, I apologize, this was a little slip shot. And I want to apologize to the folks at the Mueller Vegetable Slicing Company for doing such a piss poor job of trying to explain their product to people. Right now we have 208 people watching us, 308 subscribers. And we just got a raid from Tontino Oficial, so I'm feeling a little bit of pressure here. Okay, let's go ahead and taste this and see. If you want to see what we did here, we used the Mueller Pro Series vegetable slicer that was gifted to me by the users, and we used it to slice up onion, and it seems to have done the job. So we're going to go ahead now and try this and see what we think. I'm getting a little teary-eyed, unfortunately. Corinne Pinion says, I bet it's going to be delicious. So far, so good. A little oniony. Oh, how are you doing with this brisket? What's with animals anymore? It feels like when I was a kid, animals would jump around and they'd move around. Are they all just fucking depressed or what? Tech Shabby says pico de onion. That is what I got here. I can't wait to be done here. These onions are really, really bugging me. But I can't read the monitor if I do that, so. Alright. Whatever. It's what it is. Corinne Opinion says you're tearing up from how good it is. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh my God. Let's get this thing like in the fridge or something. And let's put this other stuff in a container. This stuff is toxic. I guess that's probably why they give you the toothbrush, to sort of get those little bits there. But yeah, I think we did it. We eventually figured it out. There was a little bit of difficulty there in the beginning, but we got it. I think we're doing pretty good here. I don't know how that closes. These things are really good. I will say those tostada things are really good. And you know what's even better is some Hawaiian style potato chips. Malf says, I use the toothbrush and now my teeth are crying. Please help me. The kitchen is a dangerous place. Hey, I want to thank Anta D for subscribing. Thank you, Anta D. Pug Lady says, game time. Yep. We're going to play Beelzebu's game that Beelzebu made. I didn't know Beelzebu could make games. I'm sorry, everybody. This is my lunch here. I got to have something. Well, be careful handling all this. We didn't really do much here. We just made a big fucking mess. And I apologize. Let's go ahead and do some game time. I need some water. The AC came on for some reason. Let's turn that off. All right, so Beelzebu, our very own Beelzebu, who's been a user on the Twitch platform for Henry's Kitchen all the way going back to the very beginning. Oh, we've got some activity happening with our dog companion here, Brisket, brought to us by Camera for OBS Studio. Looks like she's getting a little bit restless there. She's getting bored, I think. That's what's happening. But she's a very good dog. Very well behaved. Okay. Maui Girl likes my apron and shorts combo. Thank you very much. I always have to make sure that people see me from behind and know for sure that I'm wearing pants, because I think otherwise it would be against the terms of service for the Twitch platform. Okay, where are we? Oh, yeah. So let's go to... The game is called Bowly. And we're going to get it. Hold on. Go to Variety. Capture. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Turn on the desktop audio, and then we're going to go to Variety. Okay. I want to ask everybody out there, do you see in front of you a game? I will show you the top. It says the Bowley. And we have the URL there, so you can play it.
So good.
Game Master Flash says, I can see you and hear you and a game. Okay, great. Well, that's all good. Then it sounds like we're in good shape. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how to play it.
Stop farting, please.
How to play it. Drop
stop
pieces
farting.
into the bowl. Match two of the same item to merge into the next level. Keep merging to earn points. If pieces overflow above the bowl, the game ends. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Refresh. Oh wow, look at these leaders. I Slap Cat Butts is at the top with 68.95, and then you got Beelzeboner 6510, Parasitosis, Guitar Joe. A lot of the users are on there. Angry Penguin. Okay. We want to make the game louder
I don't
here.
want any more farting, please.
Do we really want it louder? I can mix it here.
I can't just sit here and sniff it all day. We've got work to do.
You can barely hear me. Is that what you're saying?
Can't just sit here.
Let's turn down the volume. Check, 1, 2. Check. Okay, how's this getting? Is this getting better?
Can't just sit here.
Lower the music. Keep the SFX up. Okay, good.
Work to do. Work to do.
Better?
Work to do. Work to do.
How are we doing now? Check. Okay, It's Kate says it's getting better. Alec Balding says bueno. Too quiet. Pug Lady says too quiet. Well, now we can turn the master up a little bit, I think. How's this? Pretty good now. Okay, should be good. Henry, you have to beat I Slap Cat Butt's score. We have to take her down. Okay. We're going to do the best that we can. Is there anything else under options?
Stop farting. I don't think there's any way to shut it off.
Let's start. Here we go, guys. Much better. Beelzebub says much better. So glad I got that audio mixer working. Yeah, that's great. This is going to be fun. Okay, here we go.
Okay. All right. We've got a lot of work to do.
We've got the Onyo helm. We're going to drop that in there. I'll put it right. Is there a strategy for where I should put it? Wait, click around the kitchen before starting. Well, I'll do that next time. Oh, I didn't realize I was dropping stuff. Okay, here we go. I just made an Acevedo by dropping. So you're making, you're sort of alchemizing these things into other things.
I can't just sit here and sniff it all day. We've got work to do.
Come on. Okay, there we go. So you want to do like with like.
Can't just sit here. Can't just sit here. We've got work to do.
Yeah, it's very similar to what I'm wearing now, except for I'm wearing short sleeve version of that shirt.
Can't just sit here. We've got work to do.
We've got cockroach coming up. Ugh, didn't get in there.
Work to do.
Oh boy. This is a great game, Beelzebub. Thanks so much. Here, I'm going to put cockroach on cockroach.
This is really good. Holy shit.
Okay, let's see if I can get this thing. I want to use this cockroach on the end. There we go. It's a little bit like Tetris. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Hold on, everybody. We've got a... we just had a donation. Let me read it off real quick here, because I think that was very kind. Fucking you has just given us $10 and says, "Hey Henry, I hope you have a good day." Well, I'm sure I will have a good day because of you. Thank you, fucking you. And Cornelius Cornwallis has subscribed with Prime. Thanks, Cornelius Cornwallis. And Lady Dina cheered 3 bits. Thank you very much for doing that. All right, let's go back to our game here. I don't think it's on a timer. We got to get that Onyo helm. Oh, come on. Yay, there we go. We conquered, we fought, and we came.
Can't just sit here. Can't just sit here. Got work to do. Work to do. Work to do.
I love this music. Did Parasitosis make the music? I think there was some talk of that. Here, I'm gonna have to do something here. Okay, there we go. The music is sick, says Karina Opinion.
That was no good at all. Shit.
I think I'm gonna start working a little faster. Is it on a timer?
We conquered, we fought, and we came.
Boy, my score is very low compared to what some of these people were getting. I want to at least get on the board.
Look at the fucking mess that we made.
No timer, but maybe I'll add one. Maybe. But I'm kind of enjoying the leisureliness
That was no good at all.
of this.
Shit.
This is so decompressing after that horrible time that we had trying to work with that very complicated piece of equipment.
Look at the fucking mess that we made.
Getting a lot of great comments on the music. Great job, Parasitosis. Pug Lady says this mix is a masterpiece. Essity Tis says time attack mode with no delay sounds fun.
I can't.
Ooh.
I can't just sit here and sniff it all day. We've got work to do.
Oh,
Can't just sit here.
I'm starting to fail.
Can't just sit here. Got work.
I don't want to sound hyperbolic, but it's probably the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Look at the fucking mess that we made.
Work to do. Work to do. Work to do. Work to do.
Ugh, frustrating.
Hot. Oh, boy.
I should have waited. Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry, everybody. I know that you have questions. I'm doing the best I can to concentrate here. I'm not that
fucking mess that we made.
Strong of a gamer. Capacious T says, what if you add the option of a timer but no timer option as well? Yeah, for people that just want a little bit of an ass kicking, they can have a timer and do this against the clock. I think I'm doing pretty well. We're in the thousands now.
Fuck that.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say, oh, that sucked. Ah! Starting to fail.
I can't just sit here and sniff it all.
Yeah, it is fun physics. Corinne,
I don't
opinion?
want to sound hyperbolic, but it's probably the most fun I've ever had in my life.
No hyperbolic taken.
Can't just sit here. Can't just sit here. Got work to do. Can't just sit here. Can't just sit here. Can't just sit
Look
here.
at the fucking mess that we made.
I want to get to 3,000.
Work to do. Work to do. Work to do. Work to do.
I don't know if I'm going to do it though.
We conquered, we fought, and we came.
So good, I can just sit here and sniff it all.
Fuck that. This is really good. Holy shit.
Sorry about the language, everybody, but the kitchen is a very stressful place to be, and sometimes it's just something that happens. Wow, that was a nice little break that we got there. I want to see if we can alchemize some other stuff. Oh, that hurts.
Fuck that. We conquered, we fought, and we came.
I can't just sit here and sniff it all day. We've got work.
I'm going to get better at this as we go. Come on.
Can't just sit here.
Fuck that.
And notice it tells you what's next.
Can't just sit here.
Oh, they're not touching, damn it.
Can't just sit here.
We got to figure that out.
Can't just sit here. Can't just sit here. Got work to do.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
oh,
Work to do.
damn.
Work to do.
Oh. Oh. Okay, that was a nice little bonus.
We conquered, we fought, and we came.
So good, I can just sit here and sniff it all.
I don't want to sound hyperbolic, but it's probably the most fun I've ever had in my life.
That was pretty awesome.
Hot.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
I thought it was gonna touch, so I think I have some getting used to do with this game. 3,300.
Look at the fucking mess that we made.
Yeah, we made a big mess today too. Angry Penguin says to double beef or to triple beef.
Ooh! Boy, that's hot.
That was a good one.
Look at the fucking mess that we made.
I can't just sit here and sniff it all day. We've got work to do.
We're getting to the end, guys.
Can't just sit here. Can't just sit here.
See if I can squeeze that one in there. Oh, oh.
Got work to do.
The colossal waste of
Can't just sit
time.
here. Can't just sit here. Can't just sit here. Got work to do. Work to do.
We conquered, we fought,
And we're getting there. Oh, that was a dumb move that I just did right there.
Hot. Hot. Oh boy. Your Rocky chicken coffee tasting.
Is that something backwards?
Fuck that.
Oh.
This tastes like shit.
4,235.
Sorry about that. I just
Did I get on there?
chat myself. Stop farting, please. I don't want any more farting, please. Please stop farting. Also, these nuts and backus. Just put a
Oh, this
dash
is cool.
of cum. Midnight faded. Does anybody know how to turn this off? Stop farting. I don't think there's any way to.
There I am. Try to beat my score of 54. Click on the microwave. Okay. Oh, is that the ghost microwave? Thanks, Beelzeby. Thanks for making this game. This is a lot of fun. And you can see the URL there. bully.henryskitchen.fun.
Just sit here and sniff it all day. We've got work to do.
Oh, Green Room Musings.
Just sit here. Just sit here. Just sit here. Got work to do.
Oh, you can even get merch. Well, that was very awesome. Thank you, Beelzeby, for making a game for us right here at Henry's Kitchen. I think it's time to start saying goodbye. I'm going to go ahead and do the thank you song. Because I want to thank you, the users of Henry's Kitchen, for so much of what you've done today. Lady Dina just cheered 5 bits, and Ladies Laid cheered 10 bits, and Cornelius Cornwallis subscribed. Fucking you has tipped $10. Thank you so much to all of you. Carinu Pinion says, I was about to go to bed, so you really made my day, Henry. Wow, thank you very much. And I want to announce to everybody that on Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific time, PST, California time here in the U.S., we're going to be doing a stream that's going to broadcast the Bandcamp listening party for the new album by Jose Suicidio called There's Something Wrong With Me, which is available anywhere that you stream, and there's a link to it right there in the chat. So let's put the reverb on, and maybe we could do this to the tune of that Nirvana song that we did earlier today, for anybody out there that likes Nirvana. I also want to thank Tontino Oficial for giving us a raid today. Thank you very much for sharing your audience. And this song was written by Kurt Cobain, but we're doing different lyrics. This is to thank the users of Henry's Kitchen. Beanie Bobini says, make a Bandcamp account to join on the site or join on Twitch like normal. Yeah, it's going to be great. Oh, I'm quieter now? Okay, check 1, 2. Okay, hopefully that's better. Let's get rid of that desktop audio. Check, test, 1, 2. Is this better? Okay, much better. Great. Thanks, Teaser Tuesday. And happy birthday, Teaser Tuesday and Beanie Bobini. Fire says, sorry, I can't concentrate on the stream anymore. I'm playing the game. That's all right. It's a nice, relaxing game. It's fun to play. Okay. This goes out to all of you, the moderators, the technical advisors, the folks who run the Discord, the big name streamers who've shared their audience with us, as well as all of these tier 3 subscribers. Here we go. And the interns. Well, there's only one intern, and that's Beanie Bobini. Parasitosis says this is called About a User. It's not about a user, but it's called About a User. Fog Shandis, Nova Glare, and Mr. Gooseberry BT. BK69, Rose Dower 007, Royal Flush 9, Basil Cat, and Zod Bait Toke my nuts. Saguaro, Burrito 5555, Dinosaur, I Slap, Cat Butts, JV's Text, Sickly Boy, BLsby, Hand Lips 1, Caitlin's Kitchen, Embry 225, Uricasm, Nico Taso, Michael Blueblade 4422, Potato Cat Breeder, Passion, Aaron Minhoshin 64, Midnight, Faded, JSPX, Fan, Acidic Tiss, and Pool Boy 789. Don't forget Quanto. I Slap Cat Butt says survived another day in the kitchen. Yeah, we did. I'd say we did okay. What the Duck says, hey Henry, what happens if we forgot about Quanto? Oh, you don't want to know what happens when you forget about Quanto. It's not pretty. I Slap Cat Butts says against all odds. Yeah. What's that? We did that song. Just let me walk away. Well, maybe we'll do that one next time. Okay, everybody. I want to thank you for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen. Thank you from me and Brisket. Come on, Brisket, do something cute there. Brisket is brought to us by Camera for OBS Studio, or in other words, we can't afford to keep paying the $10 every month, so we're just letting them watermark the shit out of it, which is okay. Anyway, everybody, thanks so much for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Beanie Bobini says, Henry, could you be allergic to brisket? I think I might be, but I don't really know what to do about that, because she's pretty darn cute. Anyway, probably have to take her for a walk here. Thanks again for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you, wait, no, today's Sunday, so I'll see you Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and have a good one, everybody. Thanks so much for putting up with all the weirdness, and happy Mother's Day to those of the moms out there. Okay, thanks, Nyanswers, Roach Swallower, thank you, Beelzebub, thanks for your game, Jack OTPS, Chuck Logan, Capacious T, Jaffe, Guitar Joe, Dark Ages, Gumme Cande, Game Master Flash, thanks everybody, and have a great one.